Welcome to Akweya TV News, and this is the report we bring to you at this hour. My name is Idajo Aja.
Hey, what's up, people? My name is Solomon Lange, and you're watching Akweya TV. God bless you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ochaya Ojofu. I am the founder of Akweya Children Carnival. Watch Akweya TV.
Yemasni ame Veronica Ochidu. Engaga ya Akweya TV.
Agatugolegadam. Ihiegu kama Oge David Ngbede. Mbo Bagaji, Ifugolega Agatu, local government of Benue State. Ungo reporter Akweya TV. Akweya TV.
A non-governmental organization, Partners West Africa Nigeria PWAN, has called for the training of security officers on responsive attention to cases of violence against women and girls. The NGO made this known at the presentation of findings of the research on promoting survivor center policing in West Africa held on Thursday, the 29th of September 2022 at Trade Suit and Conference, Abuja. The organization said the police lack the capacity as the first respondent to gender-based violence survivors, hence the need for the training. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Akweya TV, the executive director of Partners West Africa, PWAN, Mrs. Kemi Okenyodo, said that responsive policing will ensure focus on survivors of gender-based violence. The presentation of the findings and recommendations by the program officer Partners West Africa, Peter Toyo, revealed that the cases of rape across the states of the Federation where research was carried out at the highest gender-based violence and highest in Benue State as a result of molestation in IDP camps across the states. The study was carried out in 6 states, drawn from the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, including Enugu, Akwa Ibom, Benue, Borno, Kano, and the FCT. Some of the participants in an exclusive interview with Akweya TV have this to say.
So far, jail term for offenders will serve as deterrents to others who might have same thing in mind. That will serve as a deterrent to them and will discourage them further from that action. That's why I propose for a tougher jail term for the offenders. Honestly, it's a very good job. Partners West Africa and Nigeria have done a very good job in that area of research. But I'm looking forward to see another research that will also include seeing infliction of injury on both house help and the vulnerables, as you know, because as time goes on, we now see it as something like a control mechanism that the man in the house is now using in order to have control over the vulnerables in the house to have free sex. So I'm looking for a research in that area.
Another participant who spoke with Akweya TV, Barrister Olabisi Okanlawon, a legal representative of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, noted that many are not aware that the civil defense have the power to arrest and prosecute cases of sexually based violence.
By virtue of NSCDC Act 2007 as amended, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has been empowered to prosecute and investigate all criminal cases, and including SGBV cases. 2003 was when the act was promulgated. but we do not have the force of law then. We don't have the power of the act, to investigate and prosecute cases. But after it was amended by an Act of National Assembly 2007, we were empowered to prosecute and investigate cases. So a lot of people are not really aware. And that is why I appreciate forum like this. It will enable us to speak up on what civil defense is all about and the power that has been given, especially prosecutorial power and investigative power.
John Okoro added that the recommendations from the research and findings by Partners West Africa Nigeria, PWAN, should of necessity be implemented.
All right. I think this particular research study report and the dissemination of the report, is very, very vital, very, very important. It couldn't have come at a better time than this, because if you look at the incessant cases of gender-based violence in Nigeria today, it seems like it's not just talking, it's not just abating. Every day you hear about these cases. And let me also tell you that many of these cases are not reported. Whatever we hear today as part of the data or statistics is just a little fraction of what is actually happening, in the society. And you also heard during the presentation that many of these cases happen in the rural areas. And in these same rural areas, the gender desks and other departments and units within the law enforcement agencies where these issues could be tackled are not there in the rural areas. So if you go to the rural areas, chances are that you might not even get a police station or a civil defense station or any other agency like the NATIP and the rest of them who could actually handle these cases. You understand? So therefore, it is important that as this report is going to be seen by the public, especially the authorities, that some of the recommendations that have come out of this should be put into place, especially on the need to set up gender desks across different law enforcement agencies, the police, the NSCDC, and the rest of them. And again, the need to improve the capacity of these law enforcement agencies and other partner agencies to deal with this particular social evil that has continued to bedevil our society and the families.
In a separate interview with the program officer, PWAN, Beta Toyo, she stressed the need for the harmonization of efforts among agencies, as it is not about taking credit but responding to the plight of survivors or victims of gender-based violence.
PWAN, with support from Ford Foundation, is implementing a project known as Promoting Survivor-Centered Policing in Nigeria. And this is a research project being carried out in Nigeria. The research was carried out in 6 states representing the 6 geopolitical zones, namely Benue State for the North Central, Borno State for the Northeast, Kano for the Northwest, Ogun State for the Southwest, Akwa Ibom for the South-South, and Enugu State for the Southeast. The aim of the research was to provide data-driven best practices and models that can be used to improve prevention and response to sexual and gender-based violence in Nigeria. So a comprehensive study has been produced, and we are here to release the findings of the study and to disseminate the research across all the institutions and the stakeholders involved in the prevention and response to GBV process. Secondly, the project also aims to highlight international and local best practices for responding and preventing gender-based violence in Nigeria, in West Africa, broadly at the sub-regional level, and in the global space. Some of the key findings that were common across the geopolitical zones are the fact that the key the most prevalent types of gender-based violence are rape, wife and spousal battery, incest, and also defilement. So these were prevalent across all the geopolitical zones. In addition, the capacity of law enforcement agencies to prevent and respond to gender-based violence is minimal. So they have inadequate facilities, inadequate equipment to effectively manage and respond to cases of gender-based violence. So these issues need to be addressed from the federal level and to all the state and divisional commands across. Also, the laws and policies that promote the effective response of issues of gender-based violence, such as the VAP law, the NSCDC gender policies, the Nigeria Police Force gender policies, the child's rights law. These laws need to be made available for all the law enforcement agencies, because some of the gaps that we've seen is that the officers are unaware of the existence of this law and also the provisions to enable them effectively investigate and prosecute cases of gender-based violence.
And that's where we wrap up our report. Please do share these stories and subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Idajo Aja.